It's 196 stairs. All of that's not all at once. We get to take a lot of little breaks, so it's not gonna be too overwhelming for us. I will say, if you are claustrophobic in any way, please let me know. If you're uncomfortable, if you need to go to the bathroom, anything like that, please let me know. You're not stuck in here with me. We just have to have you escorted out so you don't get lost. So just let me know if any of that needs to be done. Other than that, there's only 2 rules we're gonna go over. The first is no food or drink except for water. You guys can bring in water, but if there's anything that you don't want to bring in, we're gonna pass by a trash can. If you don't want to throw it away, there's also a bin on top of the trash can. You can leave whatever you want in there because we're gonna come back out this way, so you can grab it on as we're exiting. Our most important rule is don't touch the cave. We're actually not gonna touch any part of the cave because we can damage it severely. Our oils from our skin, dead skin, even lint from our clothing can damage the cave for many, many years to come. So there's gonna be very specific parts where I tell you, you guys can touch this because it's man-made. Other than that, as soon as we get inside, we're gonna be taking pictures of the groups you guys came in. This is for safety. We make sure to track whoever goes in the cave and whoever comes out so we don't lose you in there. Now, other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're going into our cave. It is always 54 degrees year-round, no matter what the temperature is outside. So that's really nice. It's gonna be fairly comfortable in there. We might pass by some other groups. We'll just let them go through. That's called cave traffic. We'll just pass by. It won't take too long. Other than that, if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get started. Follow me in. Don't go down the ramp yet. Church Boys was hiking to Williams Canyon here, which is the canyon we're located in. The 2 boys, 2 brothers named George and John Pickett, actually heard a strange howling coming from deep within the canyon. Being young boys, of course, they had to go exploring. They found 2 large sinkholes, which we'll see at the very end of our tour, and there was a small opening in the second sinkhole. They decided to go in, guided by nothing but candlelight. They only made it about 20 feet before their candle was blown out. The howling returned. They ran out as fast as they could, down to Manitou Springs, where they started telling everyone they could about haunted caves that they had just discovered. Now, being young kids, nobody believed them at first, unfortunately. It took about 2 weeks of them telling people about these haunted caves before someone, another George named George Snyder, actually believed them and decided to come up and see what they were talking about. He found the sinkholes, found the opening, and came up with nothing but a pickaxe and a shovel. And over the course of 2 days, he dug into this room, which is actually our largest room on our tour today. It's 200 feet long at its longest, 35 feet wide, and 60 feet tall. Now, he dug over the course of 2 days to create our original entrance, which is behind you guys. Behind these pipes is the original entrance to our cave. The tunnel that we came in was built in 1939. So, over 100 years, they came through that entrance. It takes about an hour of crawling to get from the sinkhole to this point. We do still offer expedition tours that you guys can do, where it's very similar to that. You get put into a jumpsuit, you get a helmet, robes, pickaxes. You get to actually crawl for about 2.5 hours through our original part of our cave. Now, our original tunnel was built in 1939, like I said. That was actually before our gift shop was there and before the road was even paved to get up here. So people would just hike up here at this point and then enter the tunnel through our cave, or enter the cave through our tunnel, I should say. Now, we're going to see a couple formations in this room that I like to point out. The first is directly above us here. These are called stalactites. So you'll see them throughout the entire tour today. They look like giant icicles hanging from the ceiling. All of these stalactites form over thousands of years. You can remember them, stalactites. They are held tightly up against the ceiling. Now our next one, we only have one in this room. It's back here behind me. This is called a stalagmite. Now stalagmites might trip you over. That's how you can remember those. They come out of the floor so that you might trip you over. Our last one is actually directly behind you guys. This whole wall here is called flowstone. Flowstone is water trickling over surfaces over the course of thousands of years. As it evaporates, it leaves behind the minerals in the water, creating sort of like a melted candle wax figure. All of the different colors are just different minerals that were left behind in the water. Now our last formation we're going to see are stalagmite tour. Please hold these as we head through our little uneven. Down to our first stop. Make sure to hold on to the stalagmites.
Okay, mommy.
So this was actually given its name. We started giving our first commercial tours back February 15th, 1881. So back then, a lot of the people coming on our tours were actually only really wealthy people traveling from the East Coast for the first time. That's because our tours cost $1 at that point. That doesn't sound like a lot, but that was a lot of money back then. So it was really only wealthy people coming on our tours. Now, all of these people were reminded of Boston through this passageway, so that's why it's nicknamed Boston Avenue. It's kind of like the winding streets in Boston. As we head through, make sure to duck down. There is a clearance of 4 feet 10 inches. It doesn't last very long as well. So we will go ahead and head through. Before that, I will also say too, you guys can take as many pictures and videos as you want today. Flash, no flash, anything that you want. There's only going to be one room. I ask you guys to put your phone away. I'll let you know when that is. It's about halfway through, so we can do a demonstration in there. Other than that, we will head through Boston Avenue. Again, if you're any taller than 4'10", you're going to want to duck as you head in.